So what is up, guys, and welcome to a combo and test hand area for the new Buster Blader deck with the unbanning of the Destruction Sword. We're going to show it off. Of course, I do a CRUSADIA build. We're going to show off this how good CRUSADIA can really do in a combo situation. And of course, this is a perfect scenario. Basically full combo. Of course, you have to basically, of course, hand traps for a format. So you basically ignore all that. This is just what the combo can do if it's uninterrupted. So of course we just have these two cards plus three. Just imagine three other cards. This is our just generic CRUSADIA combo. So this is how we start. So just need two. We just normal summon Maximus. Maximus has no on summon effect, so it's just good. I say we link it off, just get it off the field, and we go into the link one CRUSADIA Magius. Magius will just go, it don't matter what zone you put it in. Zones don't matter really at this point. So we have Magius up there. Now we have Ouroboros. Ouroboros can summon. Now this is where the combo and the everything can vary so drastically. Now Magius will trigger, of course, now on summon. Magius can now search out your Draco. Draco is a very important, CRUSADIA, because it's a dragon. That just helps out all the dragon stuff. Now, this is where it kind of gets different. Now, there is two variants of this combo where you can go from now. Now, one is more to the, Helki Fibrex play. If this is just more standard, honestly, with Magius and Ouroboros, if it's late combo, you could actually make a Predaplant and just go into your, Dragoon play. And then you can, if you want, go into the Spatha play. These are your three lines of combos, depending on where you're at in the combo. Now, Spatha in Helki Fibrex, they're your main starter combos. Anaconda, if you just want to just end on Dragoon Pass, which, some bricky hands happen like that, it's not a bad option. With Dragoon being a powerhouse of a card it is. But this is mostly into late combos, so we'll ignore this route for now. Now, let's say, either one will end on your crazy board, honestly. So let's just do the Helki Fibrex combo first. Now, because Ouroboros is a tuner, which is very important because of Helki Fibrex, we just link those two away. We make Christian Helki Fibrex, trigger its effect to summon out the newly unbanned Destruction Sword and special summon him anywhere. Now, it really don't matter where he goes because at this point, he'll just be used as Dragon Link fodder. Now, Draco is the same thing because he does have a special summon effect. You can just special summon to the other zone, Helki Fibrex has. Now, of course, because we have the two dragons, we're just going to be linking both of them off to go into the Dragon Link fuel cards of the card that didn't get banned and is not getting banned anytime soon, probably. LP, and then, of course, Pisty. This will be mostly, this is just your normal board setup. Of course, you got to imagine Helki Fibrex is up here, LP is over here, and you have your open zone. Now, at this point, you can, depending on what your other three, cards in your hand are, you can just go crazy. You can special summon out Brotar and get Brotar's effect to search out, or you can just go right into the main combo of where is he? Oh, right there. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Now, these are most likely you're going to be your main two targets for LP. This one, of course, will extend either, you have you have two targets already engraved for Red Eyes Darkness Metal to bring back. You also, Brotar can search out your Legionnaire just by targeting itself and discarding one of the other three cards that we have left in our hand. And if we're going second, you'll have four left. So this will pretty much be your end, let's say basically where you branch out even farther and farther and farther depending on what you open up in your hand. But this is where we can just go right here with just two CRUSADIA monsters. Now, the Spatha line will pretty much end on the same board, but a little less. So let's just rewind a little bit and just take out the Guard Dragon engine and end back what we were on. Now, we ended on a Draco and a Magius. This was our board state before we brought out the showed off the first combo. Now, Magius, and now if we go for more of the, wait, it was actually Ouroboros, sorry. Not, Draco was in our hand before the searching. For the last combo. So this was our current board state. These are on the field. Draco's in hand. Then we just link these two away. Get these out the way. Then we'll have Spatha. And then you special summon Draco to the zone that Spatha points to. Don't use Spatha's effect because we're not moving yet. That is a big no-no. And then, of course, we just summon LP and then trigger. Now we can trigger Spatha's effect to move the zone over. So we have the zone with the Spatha and Guard Dragon LP is pointing to. So that, again, brings us to the plan of these two. same board state, except for you're lacking the extra summon often, say, Needle Fiber. Now, this is just the 2-card, like, this is your preferable 2-card opening. Of course, we have the full 3 hands. This is the most deadliest and most consistent engine that the deck can put out. It's nuts, especially when you can end on basically full, not full, but let's say Dragon Link combo in the process of building your board, just often 2 Crusadia cards. And that's what I love about the Crusadia so much, is that they offer so much advantage and they can just be so versatile even in this environment. But this is it just for the first combo. I will show you a second combo here shortly here. All right, the next combo involves hopefully your Buster Whelp, because he is the more important, I would say, of the 2, say, level 1 tuners, because he does add the prologue that you need for your, say, turn you'll see. Then, of course, Crusadia Ouroboros. It's the special summonable tuner. Of course, there is other extenders you could possibly sub in for the Crusadia engine, but I just prefer the Crusadia engine. But let's just see what we can do with just these 2 cards. This is your normal setup with, of course, you have the 3 or the 4 other cards, depending if you're going first or second. So, normal. The Whelp. Whelp, of course, will fetch you now your Prologue. Prologue is your nutty trap card that does all your crazy stuff. Now, depending on what type of variant of the deck you do, if you're not using Crusadia, this board might end up differently. If you have Magician Souls or whatever else extenders, you can just go ham with those. But Crusadia is a budget and it suffices just the same purpose as Magician Souls do in this concept of the deck. Now, we will link away the Buster Whelp, get rid of it, link it away. To, of course, go into our best Link 1 of all time, Link Kuriboh. Now, once Link Kuriboh hits, that will make your Ouroboros live, of course. Now, Ouroboros will special summon here. Now, again, we have the same situation as before. We can go into a Dragoon and set Prologue and have literally Dragoon, Buster Dragon, and the thing equipped. Or we can go into another little place. So we're actually going to do the Helki Firex play to see what our combos can do. To show you what the combos can really do if you're not just having a bad hand and ending on Dragoon Pass, which happens. You know, it's the worst. But then we have Helki Firex. Helki Firex, of course, you will always use this effect, because you need to get the Destruction Sword into the graveyard to equip it. By any means, that's by a Foolish Burial, by a 1-for-1 to link it off, just to get it out. We have the Buster Destruction Sword as well. So, what do we do for here? Well, we can just go into, depending on what other 3 cards is, we can go into more of a Dragon Link-oriented combo. Sorry, I hit the camera there, just trying to straighten up for you guys. But we can go into more of a Dragon Link-oriented combo, or, again, we can have the setup for it just to get rid of these 2, and we can go into our Predator Plat Rotate Anaconda, trigger its effect to send the Red Eyes Fusion, of course. Now, of course, if you do not have have the availability to get the Red Eyes Fusion engine, because it did rock up in price since the ban list. As I said in a few of the comments, if you can't afford this engine, my opinion would be basically anything that can counter the meta as best as possible. Called by the Grave. Sucks it's still at 1, but, you know, it's still in there for disruption. More hand trap, more disruption during your opponent's turn, so you can slow them down as fast as possible, so you can have a reprieve on your next turn if you live for that. Like I said, it's a combo-heavy deck, so you have to be very mindful of that. So if you cannot afford the Dragoon engine, more disruption, more prevention for you. For your deck is most likely what I would just put in for it and replace. But because of Rotate Anaconda, we of course sending this to make our Dragoon. This card. So happy I picked mine up when the Megatins were actually just came out. So we will make the Dragoon. Dragoon is just a nuts card. He was lying dormant for a while, but now he's back. So this is our ending board, honestly. But then we'll set the Prologue because we did search it. And during your opponent's turn, we will flip up the Prologue and do its crazy shenanigans. And in doing so, we will end on, usually, let's say if everything goes smoothly and no disruption, we will end on the Buster Dragon and the Buster Blader Fusion by sending the memories from the deck to the graveyard along with the fusion materials for the Buster Dragon, which this is the sword you'll be sending with Prologue. This will be going to the graveyard, and this will most likely be your board stat. Say Predator Plant's just up there chilling. Then, of course, you have to equip the Buster, the Dragon Buster, to the Buster Blader and have the extra lock. Now, just a lot of combos do not mention this. They usually just end the video here and be like this, but this is all happening during your opponent's turn. Now, Buster Dragon, because it was summoned out prologue, it won't be around until the end. It won't be around for long. And he's not a big body to OTK with. So after your opponent most likely passes because you soft lock them out of their monster effects, you have a negation, plus whatever you made with your other 3 cards. What you do is on your next turn, you draw into another card. Then you activate this lovely guy's effect, which a lot of people don't use. You can special summon him while he's equipped to a monster. It doesn't have to be a Buster Blader monster. Now this will be your board state going into your main phase, because Buster Dragon is pretty much useless at this point. I mean, he does enable the soft lock, but he will be blown up at the end of the phase. So in order to get more damage on, you can sync those 2 away to actually bring out the Hot Red Dragon Arching Abyss, a 3200 Omni Negate that can push for OTK, and this is literally your end state. This is pushing for game and game, even if Buster this is already enough on board for game, plus 3 and 4 cards you would draw on your next turn. But this has been some of the combos you can do that are very common throughout this deck, that your odds of drawing them are insanely high because of the CRUSADIA engines. There's so many of them, and the combos are not specific really, depending on what it is. Except for it all depends on what route, because there's so many branches of the combo you can go down involving Spatha, Helki Vibrex, etc., etc. But this has been the combos, say a couple of little neat combos you can do with Buster Blader going into this next format. Of course, there is many variations of Buster Blader. I just chose the CRUSADIA because it's cheapest and it suffices for what it needs to do, is the special summoning engine. I say, let me know down in the comments below what say other variants are you more say interested in Buster Blader, because there's tons of them. But I say like the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe like always. Ring the bell so next time I upload a video, something like this. I kind of like doing these combo videos now. They're more informative, especially since I kind of get in a grasp on what actually is going on with my YouTube channel, which is great. And also, because since this video is going up, we've actually gone over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to everyone who's been along so far. Since, I mean, if you've been here since, back in the weird, awkward Let's Play days, and then, or if you've been here since the Yu-Gi-Oh days, I mean, it's been one heck of a ride. But thank you for 1,000 subs and more. Here's more to come. But let me know down in the comments on what you think, and let me know how your day's going. I mean, just whatever, type anything you want, except for don't be an ass. But until my next video, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.